Why did you decide to go on a hunger strike?
Education has always been one of my number one goals in life, which was the reason why my parents brought us to this country. And so knowing that where higher education is going in California, I feel that it's a responsibility to stand up and fight for it. I have nephews and a niece, and I want them to be able to attend a university, and I want people that come from disadvantaged backgrounds, disadvantaged neighborhoods to be able to attend a university, because it's a goal that we all strive for, but many times it's limited to us. And so today I decided to go on a hunger strike for my education and for the future of many people's education.
It's a decision that took me a while, but I ultimately decided that I was going to hunger strike because the future of education is very important in ensuring that people have access to things that they need, including resources that will help them to get food. So I believe that the hunger strike is very symbolic of how education is important in helping people attain certain resources that they may need in the future to help them be economically successful.
How have the budget cuts affected you?
We're at this point where we need to take this hard stand. It's affected me because, like every other student, we're having a difficult time getting into classes, and we're having to take money away from food, we're having to take away money from traveling expenses, having to take out extra loans to be able to afford that extra tuition increase.
CSU student demands. Number 1, 5-year moratorium on fee hike.
Number 2, eliminate CSU presidents' car and house allowances.
Number 3, if cuts must be made, they should first and foremost be made to executive salaries.
Number 4, extend freedom of speech to the entire campus.
What will happen if your demands are met?
If our demands are met, the students will have a voice. The people that pay for tuition, which is us the students, will finally be part of making the decisions of what goes on in our universities. We will be acknowledged.
What will happen if your demands aren't met?
I guess we can already see what things kind of look like with the demands not being met. Tuition has gone up way through the roof. I started here in 2006, and to see the increases that have happened since then has been incredible. And I had to take some time off and come back, and I think the state of this university is way different than it was in 2006 when I came here. There was more hope and maybe a little bit more joy even in the student body. Now it seems from everybody, all they worry about is fees and how they're just going to get out of school. It's not so much enjoying or wanting to look for classes or something you want to do. It's how am I going to get out of here and what's the fastest way out. And I think that kind of devalues the educational experience. And I think the state that the situation is in right now is what happens if the needs aren't met, and it's not a good thing. And that's why we're hunger striking. We have things like this going on, so, you know.
What do you hope to accomplish with the hunger strike?
The main thing that I hope to accomplish with the hunger strike, I think, is be an example for the high school students who are coming after me, and showing them that it's up to us to really step up and take this into our own hands, because being here 4 years and having worked with the people who really make these decisions or have the power to make these decisions, they're not going to do anything about it unless we hold them accountable. So I hope that this hunger strike really is the next building block to the student movement.
How are you? I'm really, really bad at math.